Hi everyone, this is Joseph, the British Mamby, and we just got ourselves a new character reveal. That's right, we've got the First Order Executioner. As we all know, we got that little hint at the end of the last little game update on the forums, and it said the price for treason, and some people had a lot of speculation about different characters from The Last Jedi, but the idea that me and my guild had was the Executioner guys that we saw around the end point of the movie. Still not going to give spoilers just yet. I'll give another week or two before I get into details. But yes, Third Order Executioner is an attacker for the First Order, and he is a merciless First Order attacker who executes powerful attacks. They really like the word attacks, don't they? So as you can see, he's only got 3 abilities, and he actually has no Zetas, which is pretty exciting for the fact that you don't have to have a Zeta anymore. I feel like every time they announce a character, you're going to have to find 20 more Zetas out of nowhere just to make it work. But alas, we have been given a simple character for once. You know, a basic, a special, a unique. I can't remember the last time we had something like this. I know Sith Assassin works the same way, and I don't think she had any Zetas. So, yeah, I'm happy to get back into this. And he is a marquee character, which means he'll unlock about 3 stars. And, of course, you'll have to pay about $200 to get him at 7 star, or you can wait for the annual release calendar schedule thing, and then he'll become free to play about 2 to 3 months. So not too bad. But let's look at his abilities. So his basic is Judgment, and it deals physical damage and gain health up for 1 turn. If the target is debuffed, this attack guaranteed to be a critical hit, and First Order Executioner gains advantage for 2 turns. So with this new character, we can obviously see that they're still keeping advantage and critical hits very much at the forefront of the First Order. They've always been, I think, ever since the game started, they've always had, they've always worked around advantage. You've had First Order Officer who gives advantage to an ally, as well as turn meter, and then Captain Phasma's AoE buff gives everyone advantage. And because of the health up, it looks like we're going for a potentially tankier sort of attacker. He only gains health up for 1 turn, so while it's not a constant buff, it is still a temporary, increase. And I'm not going to go really off. I'm not going to wait for this gift to load, because obviously you've got what will be a Gear 12 character attacking what seems like a level 70 Gear 8 one. So it's not really the best results when it comes to armor, penetration, defense, stuff like that. So let's move on to a special, Death Sentence. Deal physical damage to target enemy, remove 50% turn meter, and dispel all buffs on them. If this attack defeats an enemy, First Order Executioner gains 80% turn meter, and the cooldown of this attack is reset. Otherwise, he gains 40% turn meter and 20% max health, stacking until he defeats an enemy. So this actually kind of reminds me of Darth Maul. If you guys don't know how Darth Maul works, he has his basic, which is where he defeats an enemy. He'll refresh his turn meter, basically gain 100% turn meter so he can attack again. So it lets you chain together multiple people. That sort of works in the same way here. If you defeat an enemy, you're going to gain 8% turn meter. It's not all of it, but still a lot, and refresh the cooldown. So, if you've got multiple medium to low health enemies, you're going to be able to go in and chop them up, refresh this attack pretty quickly with some high speed almost immediately, go in against another one, and you can chain these attacks together just to keep mowing these guys down. And even if you fail to kill one of them, you're still removing 50% turn meter and gaining 40% turn meter for yourself. And it has a cooldown of 3, so it's not like it's a crazy cooldown, like 5 or something like that. 3 is fairly respectful for an attack like this. And also because of the 20% max health stacking, it means if you wanted to, you could just continuously use this on multiple different targets to keep refreshing your cooldown. I'm thinking specifically the heroic tank here. If you keep hitting that middle tank, you're gonna just keep rapidly stacking loads of max health, and I think you're gonna get a really tanky character, similar to how Darth Maul used to work in the heroic tank, in the normal tank even, where his unique works by every time an enemy is defeated, he gains these buffs like evasion, max health, and stuff like that. So I think we could be looking at something like that here. I've seen some footage of this character in the tank, and he's dealing like nearly 1,000,000 damage or something ridiculous. Not 1,000,000, like 100,000 on this attack, I believe, which is pretty insane if you think about it. So let's have a look at his unique total order. When first order executioner scores a critical hit, he gains 10% max health stacking until the end of the encounter, and first order allies gain 10% 10 meter. First order executioner has bonus offense equal to 5% of his max health. Oh boy. Okay, so yes. So this isn't even a Zeta ability. This is similar to the way Asajj Ventress works. If you don't know, I think every time an enemy is defeated, she stacks some offense until the end of the encounter. So we are looking here like maybe the ability to solo the whole heroic tank with like a Kylo Ren unmasked lead, this guy, some other first order troops, maybe even first order special forces type pilot. I think his abilities could work well in a team like this. But it's the stacking max health here and the constant offense that I'm really taking interest in, especially with the second ability, the ability to gain that 20% max health stacking until you defeat an enemy. Especially if you just use this guy on the middle of the tank, you don't have to kill any of the side turrets. You can just keep focusing on the raid boss, keep stacking that max health, keep gaining that offense, and also that max health. It just means you're gonna really survive the tank. Wow, yeah, I mean, it's annoying because he's obviously a marquee character, which is, it's sort of like a temporary annoyance. It's like, I know we're gonna get this character, but without spending money, I'm not going to be able to put him into the heroic tank for another few months. But if there are any people out there who are considering the first order, I would really like to get this guy, especially since he has no Zetas. Put him under Kylo Ren unmasked. Yeah, not unmaxed. His name isn't Max. Put him under a Kylo Ren unmasked lead. Maybe take him into the arena. I don't know about arena too much, but definitely got a lot of raid value here. I'm not sure if it would work in the Rancor because I think you need a lot more turn meter removal. I don't know. The Rancor really isn't an issue for most players anyway. If you're looking to get this guy at 7-star for the Rancor, the chances you probably already got a team that can solo the Rancor. But in terms of the heroic tank value, I definitely think we're going to see a lot of viability here due to that unique and this special. The basic is pretty cool too, because obviously it's just a little bit extra health and you know, just getting a bit of damage and advantage. You can chain these together so you can get advantage from his basics just to make sure that this is a critical hit. Getting that turn meter, hit it again, just absolutely destroy the enemy. And that offense stacking, I always just love a character that has offense stack. And because it's 5% of his max health, and that you're gaining so much every time you score a critical hit, it's just gonna keep building up, especially on phases 2, on phase 2 even, of the tank, where you got that constant hitting of the middle tank, and you just get some other guys to take out the side turrets. We could potentially see it going from phase 2 to phase 4. I'm not really sure how first order deal on phase 3. Again, I'm not sure if you need something like Fracture or a more turn meter removal. I'm not sure, but definitely phase 2 of the tank we are looking at a very easy clear. I think almost like resistance level damage, if not way more. I know people have been doing lots of damage with characters like the Wampa under a Zeta lead. Someone got like 35 million or something ridiculous. And I think this character could potentially move the First Order in a really nice direction. We've still got lots of characters from The Last Jedi to pick out of a pool and insert into the game. Obviously, we don't have to put them all in at once. It's only been, what, 3 weeks now since The Last Jedi came out. So, I think what we're looking at next is someone like Hux, maybe even Rose or DJ. One of those sort of side characters that has not actually made their way into the game yet. Some people are saying about a new Poe or a new Princess Leia. I'm not really sure about that just yet. However, I would like to see a General Leia fleet commander, or as well as a Hux fleet commander. So I think that would be really cool. And you obviously don't have to make them really overpowered characters. Just have them so that they are powerful fleets. And yeah, just keep building the game in that direction. and then we'll get some newer characters once the hype has slowed down. I think the middle of February or March is when we'll get back into the swing of things with newer, more interesting characters. Probably not Raven, as people have been having rumours about. Obviously I did a video on that, but we could be looking at just some other random characters from the Knights of the Old Republic era, because last February we got Nihilus, that was the first we got, so maybe some new Sith. We'll see. Anyway, that was my first impressions of this character. I hope to have see some footage of this guy in the heroic tank. Yeah, looks like he's doing fairly decent damage here. But yeah, we'll see when the footage comes out. I'm sure there are probably game changers out there who have the footage ready to go, and we are probably seeing them right now. So go check those out, see what you think of this character. Are you gonna buy him, or are you just gonna wait and see, and then wait for him to go free to play? By my guess, at the same time, Kylo Ren and Master will be around free to play, so then you can farm him, and by the time he's 7-star, we should have this guy ready to go and farm. So yes, that's it pretty much. I'll see you again next time. Bye!